had to fight every single day.
You were one of 6,844.
Hour after hour after hour.
Oh! You've survived a grueling emotional roller coaster.
You start losing sleep at night. Meals aren't going down as well.
You were pushed to the breaking point.
Yes!
But somehow you are one of the final 27 players.
How exactly did this happen?
Now there is one singular focus.
Getting closer to that moment.
One task at hand.
You finally see the light.
One final table to make.
You kind of get a chance to take it all in and realize where you're at.
I'll take this whole table to the final table.
Can you survive the night?
I'm not going to give up. Let's go.
9 will have a chance at poker immortality.
You always dream it. You always think the impossible. Let's see what happens. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Your seat at the final table awaits. Welcome to the main event of the World Series of Poker presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. I'm Lon McCarron with Norman Chad. We're down to just 3 tables, 27 players. Among those remaining include 24-year-old Tiffany Michelle, who has a chance to break 2 records, becoming the first female world champion as well as the youngest ever. Pro David Chino Ream has the 2 qualities that are most valuable at this stage of the tournament, experience and chips. And Dennis Phillips at 53 is not just the oldest player in the room, he's also the chip leader. On the E-Trade Financial chip count, here are the top 5 at the start of this day 7. Craig Marquis, Tiffany Michelle, and Peter Eastgate each could become the youngest ever main event champion.
Chino Ream doing well, just out of the top 5 with nearly $8.3 million. Brandon Cantu just slightly below the chip average with $4.7 million.
Brandon's at the featured table, one of 2 players left who've won a gold bracelet. Next to him is Kelly Kim from Whittier, California.
Richard Dixon went to Whittier College. Great bluffing school, Lon.
25-year-old Dean Hamrick is a pro player, and also at this featured table, Michael Carroll, short on chips, but at 39, long on experience.
Nothing like a good day 7 of a tournament.
Right?
Day 7, but actually like day 15 or something. Yeah.
It's so mentally and physically draining. I think I've lost about 10 pounds.
I've lost a lot of weight.
It's hard to get a sense at home of how grueling poker can be. The main event is so emotionally and physically taxing.
The remaining players share the common bond of having survived this far, and they all realize it's a long road ahead if they're lucky. On the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam, Michael Carroll with ace-9 of hearts.
Carroll sitting on a short stack all of day 6 and starts today with a short stack.
He raises to $250,000. On to our Cincinnati lumber salesman, Joe Bishop of 7-6 of diamonds.
Call.
Makes the call.
Hard not to root for Bishop. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
Geert Andersen.
In the small blind.
Pocket 4s, 25-year-old amateur from Denmark.
He graduated from Herning Institute of Business and Technology. I believe they are the Demon Deacons.
He makes the call. So 3 players will see the flop after the big blind folded. Flop is ace-5-4. Anderson hits a set of 4s. Bishop with an up and down straight draw. Carroll paired his ace.
Yeah, look at that. Michael Carroll flops top pair 3-handed, and he's 2% to win the pot.
Anderson checked his set. And Carroll's going to move all in with that top pair and almost drawing dead.
Jeremy, I need to count.
Action on Bishop now.
I got 800,000.
Bishop would definitely like to see another card. Anderson, the one sitting pretty here.
Did you hit the ace or not? Don't know, did you hit it? You probably hit it.
Actually, it's inappropriate for Bishop to talk about Carroll's hand while Anderson is still in the pot. I think Bishop would call us for sure if he didn't have to worry about Anderson behind him.
Call.
He does call for $735,000. Michael Carroll at risk. Action on Anderson now.
I'm all in.
And he moves all in over the top of Bishop.
Oh, my God.
Now Bishop has to worry about Anderson, and he knows he's behind both players, and Michael Carroll must know he's in deep trouble now.
Wow.
So Bishop getting squeezed by Anderson.
Joe Bishop knows he's put $1 million into this pot and probably can go no further.
He gives it up. That is an expensive laydown. So now heads up. Geert Anderson shows his set. Michael Carroll at risk and needing help right away.
Carroll sat next to Phil Locke. He sat next to Jerry Yang. Now he's made a name for himself at the main event, but unless he hits runner, he'll have no chance to succeed Yang as world champion.
So Michael Carroll in danger of being taken out by Geert Anderson. Turn card is a jack, and that's going to do it. Carroll drawing dead, and he's been eliminated from this main event in 27th place.
Carroll was an entertaining force here for a long time. I wish he still had chips.
He was determined to show he is one of the best, and here at the main event, he certainly was. Geert Anderson reduces this field by one more. That's welcome news to the remaining 26 who have survived an amazing ordeal already.
Norman, the main event began with enough players to fill well over 700 poker tables. Now a mere 3 remain in play, but only one table truly matters, the final table. Make it there, and you have a chance to play for poker history.
Lon, you want to talk history? 6 players in the field could become the youngest world champion. Tiffany Michelle could become the first woman to ever win the big one. And if history doesn't do it for you, how about the color of money? The 9 players who make the final table will be playing for a first prize of $9 million. You can have your history. I'll take the cash.
The main event winner gets the history and the cash and this World Championship bracelet. Let's go out to our lone outer table, table 3, where the dangerous Chino Ream has raised from the button. Action on the small blind and chip leader, Dennis Phillips. Phillips with a re-raise. The big blind Albert Kim must feel picked on.
You guys want to raise my blind?
Yep. When we get down to 3 tables, players bump heads with the same opponents over and over again. Familiarity can breed contempt.
You mad you gave me that 500? Is that why you're doing that?
Yeah, I'm on tilt.
Kim folded.
I mean, I have a button raising hand. You got it.
Good. What is it? Ace king.
You got it.
I don't make that kind of move without something.
I know. I don't raise without something.
Yeah, no problem.
Neighbors exchanging information. You don't want to get too neighborly.
So Dennis Phillips takes that pot over to table 2. 2 of the top 5 chip leaders are in a hand together. Tiffany Michelle holds the lead after the flop with King Jack over Craig Marquis, who has Jack 9 with a double gut shot straight draw.
These are also 2 of the players who could break Helmuth's record for youngest to win. Marquis is 23, Michelle is 24, but 5 months younger than when Helmuth won.
Marquis bet 375. Michelle made the call. Turn card, tray of diamonds. Neither can use that. Tiffany, king high, has the lead.
Marquis first to act.
Marquis checks his no pair. Tiffany bets 500,000 with a stronger no pair.
Marquis getting almost 4-1 on his money to call here, and he's only a 3-1 dog in the hand.
I remember you. You're the guy that takes you really long to make decisions, huh? We played yesterday for 5 seconds.
Everyone becoming very familiar with everyone else, maybe too familiar.
It's nice to see you haven't changed at all.
Marquis should tell her, I remember you. You're the one who talks when you shouldn't talk, and it's starting to bother me.
Marquis faced with a $500,000 chip bet, but it looks like he wants to do a little more business than that.
He's constructing something.
Marquis will make it $1 3/4 million.
I wonder if Tiffany remembers that. The semi-bluff because your opponent thinks you're weak.
Nice set.
And Tiffany gives it up.
That might quiet her down.
And he rubs it in and shows the bluff.
Wow.
So a great read. Marquis took his time and won that pot from Tiffany Michelle.
Keep doing that.
Michelle will now have to work a little harder for this to be her time to make history.
The 2008 World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. Main event.
Welcome back to the Rio and say goodbye to 2-time bracelet winner Fee Wynn. Fee knocked out by Paul Sneed, who also took out 3-time bracelet winner Mike Matusow last session. Fee will take home more than $250,000.